Rays win! Rays win!
Back-to-back series wins to start the year. What's good, everybody? Let's talk some Tampa sports. It's exactly what you need. I mean, you need to continue to win series at home. You have this huge stretch. Let's see if I can pull up the calendar here. This huge stretch of just a ton of home games to begin the year. Just completely front-loaded due to the MLB trying to avoid rainouts in Tampa when those summer months start to come around. So you see all of these home games here. Move on to May. All of those home games there is way more home games than road games. See what June is looking like. Still more home heavy. And then you get to July and then things start to, you're on the road because it's going to be raining like clockwork at 5 p.m. every day like it does during the summer. So 2 series wins to start the year. It is exactly what you're looking for, exactly what this team needed. I mean, I went to the game yesterday. It's great. Get out to a game. If you have not got out to a game through these first 2 series, make sure you get out to a game. The atmosphere is amazing. It's intimate. You're right up on the field. The crowd is into it. It's just every game's been sold out so far. It's not saying much. It's only 10,000 seats and some change, but because it's small, because every seat is filled, it's fun. It's a good time. You don't have to have 50,000 people to have a good time. 10,000 people packed into a stadium as small as that, it's get to a game. So where do we start? I mean, pitching, that rotation, ridiculous. We can go into the bats, which kind of is a storyline in the fan base about, especially after today's game, everyone's like up in arms, like the bats are still what they've always been. And then, I mean, these up and coming, I don't even know if unsung heroes that you never expected to make this big of a difference. There's 3 different ways we can take this video. Let's start with the pitching. The starting rotation has been ridiculous. Pepiot, the only one who has started 2 games so far, 11 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. I can't ask for much better than that. Zach Littell, 1 game, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Shane Baz, I watched him pitch in person last night. Nasty. 6 innings pitched, no earned runs, 10 Ks. Taj Bradley, 1 game started, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks. Drew Rasmussen, 5 innings pitched. There's going to be a long ramp up with Drew Rasmussen. We don't want to, get into another injury situation, so they're going to play it safe with him. 5 innings pitched, no earned runs, 4 Ks. Going into today's game, the Rays had 59 strikeouts as a whole, the pitching staff, and 3 walks. 59 strikeouts and 3 walks in a batter's park. Steinbrenner Field is same dimensions as Yankees Field. It is a batter's park. It is a hitter's park. And you're going out there through 2 series, 59, technically not through 2 series, but going into today, 59 strikeouts and 3 walks. That is absolutely insane. Today was probably the worst performance from a starter, but still, it wasn't like it was this tough performance. Like Pepiot just played so badly that the team wasn't in it. No, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, probably walked a little bit more than he would like with 3 guys walked today, but the team was still in it all the way up until the end of the game. Fortunately, you ran into a buzzsaw in Paul Skeens. He's the real deal. 7 innings pitched, no earned runs, 6 Ks, no walks. He's absolutely the real deal. And, that's just how it goes sometimes. It's baseball. There's 162 games. You're going to have games like this where you go up against a stud, and it's just not your day hitting the ball. But moving over to hitting and the subject of hitting, the talk that, granted, we're only 6 games into 162. There's still 156 games left in the season. So far, the Rays are doing a pretty good job, in my opinion, hitting the baseball. Do they have a bunch of power guys? No. We knew that going into the season. But are they going to put up more runs this year than they did last year? 1,000%. The offense was terrible last year. Let's just be honest. This year, we're already seeing improvements. So, batting average as a whole, 269. That's good for 8th in Major League Baseball. Once again, only 2 series in, but that's good for 8th. And that includes a game where you had to play Paul Skeens. That's not bad in my opinion. If we're going to talk about the bats just not producing or, oh, they're just like they were last year, it's a very knee-jerk reaction after the team having to hit against Paul Skeens. It's very knee-jerk in my opinion to say that. I want to look at runs, but it's kind of hard to determine when, the Cubs have played 9 games and the Dodgers have played 7, the Padres have played 7, the Rays have played 6, and they're 12th, which once again is not bad. There's teams who have played 7. All these teams have played 6, and the Rays are 12th. So if we're going to talk about batting average, if we're going to talk about runs being put up, if you want to go to on-base percentage, here you go. They're 9th there. So I'd say they're top 10 in every hitting category so far. Yes, they're 12th in runs produced, but once again, the game differential does matter. If everything was equal, I'd say they're top 10 there as well. It's no reason to panic so far. Is there a lot of star power in the lineup? Absolutely not. Is there a lot of power in the lineup? No, there's not. But they're getting on base, they're stealing bags, and they've produced so far. Let's pull up the team's schedule. 3 runs against the Rockies opening day. Not fantastic. Obviously want to put up more. Shout out to Cameron Meisner, unsung hero. Absolutely coming up clutch to get that walk-off home run onto the short porch. I'm glad we get to take advantage of that now. The next game was one of probably the most unluckiest game I've ever watched, and I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. Well, they have 12 hits and so many of the outs. Yes, 12 hits. So many of the outs were just hard hit balls that, unfortunately, whether it be an insane defensive play, the Rockies, defensively, they're no slouch. They have a couple of gold glovers on their defense. It just did not fall the Rays' way. I think I saw a stat saying it's the first time since 2015 that's happened. The amount of balls that came off the bat, 100 plus miles per hour. If you're looking at the score and you're saying they only put up 1 run, sure. But if you watch the game and you look into it a little bit deeper, that wasn't the bats being an issue. Great contact all day long, just very unfortunate. Final game of the series, they put up 6. First game against the Pirates, they put up 6. Last night, they put up 7. And then today, they put up 2. Once again, going up against Paul Skeens. It happens. So yes, I'm not really worried much at all about the bats up to this point. You got to still remember, we're talking about star power. You still got, whether you want to call him a star or not, he's a well-known player around this league who has been there, done that. He's not going to hit a bunch of home runs, but he'll make good contact, really athletic, get on base, steal bags, do everything you want a player to do. And Ha-Seong Kim, that's still coming in a month. That's an upgrade. So there's still improvements that will be made to this team in a month or so. And we talked about the pitching and how good it's been with the starting rotation. McClanahan, in a month or so, another upgrade. We are doing this, putting up these numbers that I was putting up on the screen earlier. This without our ace. Yeah. So looking at some of the hitting splits, Yandy Diaz, which I think most people would consider our best overall hitter, has been very down so far through 6. It's batting 154. I don't think anyone thinks that's where he's going to stay for an extended period of time. Slow start to the year. Hopefully he can get back into what Yandy Diaz does, and that's get on base. Brandon Lau already taking advantage of that right field. It's 2 home runs. Absolutely smashed the one last night. 292 average. Ballin. Junior, 318 so far. Getting on base, getting hits. DeLuca actually has been a pleasant surprise. 438 average. Jake Mangum, the surprise of them all. Only 4 games into his career now. Yes. First game, you make your debut, you feel it out, didn't do much. But game 2, 4 for 4. Game 3, 3 for 4. Absolute stud. I mean, he had the entire 10,000 and some change chanting his name. It was a special moment. Super happy for the guy. Excited to see what he can do in over extended period of time. Obviously, he's not going to keep up what is he at? A 533 average. But what he's doing, switch hitter, making fantastic contact, stealing bags. Big fan of Jake Mangum. Big fan. Cameron Meisner, obviously, had the walk-off home run, but overall through 5 games, he's hitting .357. Jonathan Duranda, some of the at-bats he has put up, just even if he doesn't get a hit, just running up that pitch count. Today against Paul Skeens, had some fantastic at-bats. He's hitting .417 with 4 doubles, by the way. So overall, yes, I like where the team is at. Short sample size, but we've got to talk about it. It's the beginning of the year, first homestand of the year. Next, the Rays do go on the road to a place we have mightily struggled for years at this point, and that's Arlington. Going up against the Texas Rangers, absolute stud of a team over there, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we'll see how that goes on Friday. Nice little weekend series in Texas. The only gripe I can say I truly have, I don't have much. I mean, I expected the Rays to win both of these series. Did I want to sweep in one of them? Sure, but I just expected them to win the series, and that's where we're at, being 4-2. It's just the leaning so much on the analytics, and today we're into this game. We're into it. Paul Skeens has been pulled. We're trying to make a comeback. You probably have your best. I mean, it's either Junior, Yandy, or Brandon Lau. Those are the 3 guys, in my opinion, you don't sub out for anyone. Brandon Lau's a lefty. There's a lefty reliever on the mound. And with the game on the line, still in the balance, you take him out and put in Curtis Mead, who, by the way, going into that at-bat, was 0-9. And after that at-bat, he's now 0-10. So I know Kevin Cash is going to 1,000% lean on the analytics. I wish he would pull back in certain circumstances. I feel like there's always 3 to 4 guys in your lineup. Like, those are my guys. They're locked in. Who cares if it's left versus left? That's your guy. And especially in a ballpark like Steinbrenner Field, you never know what Brandon Lau, as a lefty, can do. That's the only gripe I have so far. Overall, pleased with the performances. I'm not mad about the hitting. I think they're in a solid spot so far, and the pitching has been absolutely fantastic. So please leave your comments down below what you guys think about the Rays 2 series in. Excited for this weekend series, and yeah, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go Rays, and y'all have a blessed one.